Last week on You Can Grow It, Garden Master Jim Duthie showed us how Boise's Curb It recycling program works, turning residential yard waste into beneficial compost, and that's given back free to city residents. And today, in part 2 of the series, Jim explains more about the composting program, how it has received national certification, and how you can actually host a compost party in your own neighborhood.
Recycling residential green waste has a lot of benefits. One of them is you get compost that you can use back in your own yard and garden. That's why the city of Boise instituted its Curb It program for solid waste management back in 2017. And as part of that program, residential yard waste is recycled into usable compost that's made available to city residents free of charge.
Yeah, well, I can tell you we bring in about 35,000 tons of organic material that's diverted from the landfill every year. That can vary a little bit year to year. It depends a lot on the rainfall and how many leaves our trees make every year. But we give everything that we make back to either be used in our parks or to give back to residents through those programs of our residential pickup sites or community compost give back. And what we don't have, or what we don't give back for free, we have some left over and we wholesale that, which offsets some of the cost of the programs.
Grass clippings, wood trimmings, and fall leaves can go into the recycling bins, but no commercial waste is accepted in order to keep the compost clean.
Commercial landscape companies have access to different types of pesticides and herbicides that most of us can't buy for our houses. So we know that the material that's coming in, we call it a feedstock in composting, is a very, very clean material.
In fact, Boise's compost program has received the Seal of Testing Assurance from the U.S. Compost Council, certifying the quality of the composted material.
And what that does is it requires that our compost is tested at a very high level through an independent laboratory every other month. And we actually put that information on our website now. So before you come pick up compost, you can actually get an idea of exactly what's in the compost that you'll be putting in your yard. It's got all of the nutrient content. It also is testing for pathogens as well as heavy metals.
The city of Boise has a couple of pickup points where you can come and get your compost. One of them is here at the Idaho Botanical Garden. Another is on Joplin Road. Residents can collect up to 2 cubic yards of free compost per year. But in addition, Boise residents can arrange to have compost delivered free to a location near you where you can share it with your neighbors. In other words, you can become a compost host.
So in addition to these give back sites where you come and self-pick up, if you are an organization or a neighborhood or a group of at least 5 houses in Boise, we'll deliver for free 20 to 25 cubic yards of compost as long as there's an accessible site for us to get it there. That is a program that's open to anyone in Boise who is a participant in the compost program, and it's at no cost.
Think of it as a way to have a fun get-together with your neighbors, sharing something beneficial and helping to improve your own gardens as well as the overall environment. The finished product, often referred to as black gold, is a biologically active product. In my hands are millions of microorganisms ready to go back into gardens to help soils and plants become healthier. Other nearby cities offer different kinds of yard waste collection programs, but Boise is the only city to give back recycled compost to its residents for free.
The big benefit of this really is to our natural environment. It's to keeping those greenhouse gases, those landfill gases down, as well as keeping these nutrients in our community and back in our soils, and being able to build healthy soils that then help us to have healthy plants which will produce more oxygen and take more carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere.
A win-win not only for Boise residents, but for all of Idaho. Jim Duthie, Idaho's News Channel 7.
Black gold, I like it. And for more information about Boise's Curb It program and how you can pick up free compost or become a neighborhood compost host, just check out the Curb It website. A link to that site is available in this story at ktvb.com.